Welcome back to another edition of Airsoft Taiwan, and this week what we're going to do is introduce the G&G armament product, the Pdw 99. Now, this is the replica of the P90, and this is something that has been on the market for quite a while now, but this particular version, made for only Taiwan right now, it will go out on the international market at some point, we don't know exactly when. This is new to us, and we're going to introduce it today. Now on the table here you can see we have two of the Pdw 99s here, one assembled in black and one disassembled in tan. Okay. Very unique weapon, everybody knows what this is as soon as you look at it. Very easy and distinguishable. Very great for close quarter combat, short, small, easy for aiming and shooting. Our hand grip here, foregrip, and in between the two of them you'll notice we have our selector right here for safe, full auto, and semi-auto. Two of the features of this weapon are the sights that come with the weapon, and the first one is the laser sight. You'll see on the disassembled weapon here, in the back just under our hand grip we have two AAA batteries, and what they do is they run the laser sight. So if we close this up, this little panel here, our laser sight should be usable right now. And the laser sight, to activate it, is right below the hand grip. We have a little button here, and there you go, you can see the laser. Now, if your laser needs to be zeroed, right here at the front of the weapon we have 3 hex bolts, and these can be adjusted to zero your laser. The second two of the sights is the dot sight, and that's located up in the upper receiver. And again, you'll see right here we have 2 AAA batteries in there. Very easy to close that up. And your sight, your dot sight, flick it on or flick it off. If you flick it to the right, that's the lighter version of the dot, and flick it to the left, you'll get the darker version of the dot. And both of them, it's on. Both of them are on. Centerpiece is off for the selector. Now again, this can also be adjusted and zeroed, and you can see here we have a hex bolt. This can be adjusted as well as another hex bolt on the side here, and that you can adjust these vertically or horizontally. Here you'll notice at the back we have our hop up, and when this is all together, right inside our handguard here we have a little panel that can slide open and closed, and once that's opened you can just adjust your hop up or down, whichever way you need. Now, the final part of this weapon that is of notice to us right now is the stock. The stock is pretty easy to remove. It's just a matter of pushing a button in here and popping off the stock. Once we remove that, we have access to an area where we can store some extra batteries, and we also have a little piece down in here which will allow us to adjust our FPS. And what we're going to do a little while here is we're going to do test fire, and our first set of test fire we're going to leave it as it is, then we're going to adjust it clockwise and adjust it counterclockwise and see how much the FPS does get adjusted. This weapon comes with the magazine here. It has the dummy cartridges inside to give it the decoration and the look. And if you turn it upside down, you can see the area right here where you're able to store your 60 BBs. Now this, very easy to remove from your weapon. It's just a matter of pulling back here on that part, and that releases our magazine. And with your magazine released, this is probably the easiest weapon I've ever seen to field strip. It's just a matter of pushing down on this button and pulling forward, and you'll be right to that stage right there. It's that simple to field strip this and work on anything that you need to do with this weapon. We're going to put them both back together and test fire these for FPS and the rate of fire in just a bit. So here we are. That was the dot sight you were looking at, and as you can see, my laser sight right there as well. So both sights work, and now we're going to test for the FPS. We're on semi-auto. And here we are with our rate of fire. Okay, what we're going to do now is, in the butt of the weapon here, we've taken the stock off, and you can see we have a screw here. Now what this does is allows you to compress or decompress the spring inside the gearbox. So we're going to compress it all the way, and we're hypothesizing that what's going to happen is our spring is going to be compressed, therefore giving us a little bit higher of an FPS. We're not positive about this, but we're going to take a look. Maybe a bit too much there. Okay. Switch to semi. Got my glasses on. And let's take our FPS. So what we're seeing here is probably about 20 to 30 increase in the FPS, so it actually does work. And since we've seen the FPS increase, we're going to take a look, bring it out quite a ways, and see if we can decrease our FPS. That's about where we started right there, so a little bit more. Let's bring it up to there. We'll take a little gander and see what we get. What we did see there, couple incompletes, but what we did see was when we loosened the screw out, our FPS did drop about 10. When we had it all the way in, it increased to about 30. So yes, it's very, very simple to use this screw to adjust your FPS. You can use it depending on what your standards are for where you play. Very easy to adjust and take care of. The Pdw 99.